Good morning. It's Michelle Flood with Live Life Whimsically. Here on my channel, we talk about a lot of stuff, but today we're going to talk about how the state of Florida, Ron DeSantis, and the inheritance system works here in Pasco County, Florida, and probably throughout the entire state of Florida. Your girl is hopping mad right now. And I hope that this gets shared far and wide because I want people to understand we already have a housing crisis in the state of Florida. But the way that they handle inheritance and people's property in the state and property taxes is actually criminal. And the people that they have running these offices do not know what they're doing. And that makes it even worse. It penalizes the homeowner to the tune of thousands of dollars a year. I sat inside of the office today and I listened to one of the clerks in the property appraiser's office talk about how that the counties in Florida are starved for cash. And because they are, they will literally hold things up for signature from the judges so that they can get extra cash out of people for their property taxes. It's a shame, a scandal, and the state of Florida should be totally disappointed in itself. And Ron DeSantis is a freaking joke, lying piece of crap, in my personal opinion. So my father will have been dead 8 years, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 7 years and 9 days. And today I got the final judgment to put my father's home and his one vehicle in my name. I am the sole heir. There are no children. There was no spouse. There was just me. I had a will. First and foremost, a will means nothing in the state of Florida. It doesn't do a thing for you. You cannot represent yourself unless you wanted to take the entire 7 years that it took me to get this done. You can't get anything done on your own. They will force you into seeking an attorney. When you go to the clerk's office with your paperwork and you ask if you're filing things correctly, they will tell you that everything is fine. And then you'll get paperwork later that says it is not. And then they won't tell you what you've done wrong. They won't help you at all. They will tell you that you're uploading papers with watermarks on them that they themselves put on those papers and then make you refile those papers over and over and over again until your homestead exemption from the inherited portion of the property falls off. And now instead of a $700 tax bill, you have $4,000, which is what has happened to us for the last 6 years as I have tried to navigate these waters because I don't have money for all of this, but they don't care about that. They don't care about that at all. And so finally this year, I got things in front of the judge in October. And first, let me just tell you, my father was a nuclear veteran who worked or was in the Navy for the Korean conflict and should not be treated this way. His family should not be treated this way. And I am also getting ready to go through a divorce. And this was an inherited property. So finally today, I get everything done that I need done. I go to the property appraiser's office. I take my paperwork in there and they look at me and they ask me, "Are you married?" "Yes, but I'm going through a divorce." They don't care about that. They don't care that it's inherited property, which is not subject to a marital property. But they made me put my husband's name on there, telling me that I, as a woman, cannot own a house if I'm a married person without him on that property. What year is this? 1950? I can't own a house without my spouse's name on there. My inheritance that I got from my father, I can't own without him on there. So now that has to be a part of my divorce that I'm also going through right now. The next thing that they told me was because the judge didn't sign it in 2023, but 2024, I am also now not eligible for the homestead exemption that I was supposed to get for this coming year. So again, in 2024, when the tax bill comes due, I'm going to owe another $4,000. This is criminal. This is just jacking us around. You have corporations. Publix is driving up and down your roads, Mr. DeSantis. So is Home Depot. So are all of these companies coming in, bringing goods and services into the state of Florida. And yet you hit up your people for all this money. What is up with you? We have people that can't afford to live in Pasco County, yet you want them to run all of your services, right? You want them at Starbucks, you want them at Home Depot, you want them at Publix, but you don't want to pay them a livable wage or give them livable housing. No, you don't want any of that. You don't want to make life easy on them. Why should I have had to work so hard when I had a will to get my father's inheritance where I am the only person that was able to inherit it, that I was the only heir listed in the paperwork. This should have been done 2 weeks after this man died. It's a cotton picking shame what you guys do in the state of Florida. Nikki Alvarez does not know what her government is, or her department is doing. Ron DeSantis is off having people pray for our diseases instead of doing the real work of the government. I do not know what is happening, but I do know that this state is going to hell in the handbasket. And I'm a real estate agent, and I'm telling you, if you want to move here, you're stupid. I would like out of this state, because this state does not know what it is doing. This state is corrupt from the bottom up, and all it cares about is controlling its people, controlling its women in every step of the way. I am a senior citizen, and I cannot get my house in my name and get the tax exemption that I deserve on this property. Where do they think I'm getting all this money? I made $24,000 before taxes last year. What are you doing? What is happening? This is ridiculous what you have done. It's a fiasco and a joke that the state has an insurance crisis, a housing crisis, and then this is the stuff you have to go through to try to get your inheritance in your name. Do you understand that the state of Florida will hold your inheritance for eternity if you do not get a lawyer? They will force you to get a lawyer to take care of your probate, which should not happen. We're allowed to represent ourselves. That's what our freaking Constitution says, is that we get to represent ourselves. Yet you cannot do anything because no one will help you when you go to the government. I pay these people, you pay these people, and yet they will not help you. They will just let you flounder. They will hold your property hostage, and they will laugh at you while it happens and tell you there's nothing. Florida statutes say F Florida statutes. F Florida statutes, F Ron DeSantis, F Rick Scott, F all of these people that are supposedly taking care of our state government. Y'all do nothing. You do nothing but for owning yourselves. All you care about is yourselves, your money, how you can accelerate your freaking career. Maybe I should pray to Jesus and he'll pay my taxes next year, Ron. You think that will happen? I don't think so. So just so you understand, the government isn't your friend. They have you mad at everybody and everything. You're afraid of drag queens. Drag queens ain't asked me for no $4,000. Ain't nobody asked me for $4,000. Ain't a drag queen asked me for $4,000. Hasn't asked me for that. You know what? I haven't gotten sick since I got the fucking vaccination. Ron DeSantis wants me to pray to Jesus so I won't get sick. We got Nazis trying to start schools, online schools. We fought wars about this shit, dude. We fought wars. I have people in Pearl Harbor under the ocean for this stuff. And we're going to support Nazis. You know what would happen if you were in Germany trying to support Nazis? Knock it off. Wake up. You don't want to be woke? Well, then you're screwed. You're dumb. You're stupid. You're blind. You're sheep, and you're a follower. Yep, I said it. It's true. All of it. Wake up. We're getting screwed, and then we're blaming each other. And it's the whole freaking government screwing everybody but themselves, enriching themselves. They have health care. They have good schools for their kids. Their children are taken care of. Their elderly are taken care of, but we're not. No, we're going to argue about drag queens. We're going to ban books because that's smart, right? What year is it? Women don't have control over anything. I can't own a house without my husband. Fuck right the fuck off.